Barcelona just signed Anthony Gordon. And with that one move, Marcus Rashford's entire future just got thrown into chaos. Because right now, nobody knows if Rashford is coming back to United. Nobody knows if Barca will keep him. And nobody knows what Manchester United actually want from this window. But we do. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what United are building and whether it's actually going to work. Here's the thing. United are heading back into the Champions League next season. After years of embarrassment, after years of watching from the outside, they're back on Europe's biggest stage. That means this transfer window isn't just important, it's defining. Get it right. And Carrick has the squad to compete with the best in Europe. Get it wrong, and they go into the Champions League underpowered, underprepared, and embarrassed again. So let's go through every major move. This is Red's view. Let's start with the one that's causing the most panic right now, Marcus Rashford. This time last year, United couldn't get rid of him fast enough. He was frozen out, dropped from the squad. It was ugly. Then Barcelona stepped in, took him on loan, and something strange happened. He started looking like a footballer again. Goals, assists, performances. The Rashford that United fans fell in love with, he came back. So naturally you'd think Barca would sign him permanently, right? And then, this week, they signed Anthony Gordon. Now suddenly, Rashford's future at the Nou Camp looks uncertain. Because here's where it gets complicated. Barcelona still want Rashford. Their plan is to go back for him towards the end of the window when their financial restrictions are hopefully lifted. But here's the problem. United want somewhere in the region of £25 million for Rashford. Barcelona, they're only prepared to offer around 13 million. 13. That's nearly half of what United want. So either United blink and take the loss, or Rashford enters a nightmare limbo. Unwanted at United, not signed permanently by Barca. And right now, nobody knows which way this goes. But forget Rashford for a second, because while that situation plays out, United have been busy, very busy. And some of the names on their radar, they should genuinely excite you. Let's go through them one by one. First up, Carlos Baleba, the Brighton midfielder who has been on United's radar for over a year now. And honestly, he's exactly the kind of player Carrick wants in midfield. Physical, technical, high energy, a ball winner who can also play. But here's the problem. Brighton aren't exactly cooperative sellers. Their owner, Tony Bloom, is one of the most hard-nosed negotiators in the entire Premier League. The man does not blink. Last summer, Brighton quoted United £100 million for Baleba. 100 million for a player with one full season at Premier League level. United and Brighton have been in dialogue since then, regular contact, ongoing talks, but according to the latest reports, the two clubs are still miles apart on the fee, and it sounds like United might be ready to walk away, which is frustrating because Baleba is genuinely elite, but paying 100 million for a midfielder when you have a full squad to rebuild, that's not a deal, that's a gamble. So United are moving on, looking elsewhere. And elsewhere might just be one of the best value signings of the entire window. His name is Matteas Fernandez, Portuguese, 21 years old, and he wants to join Manchester United. Now, West Ham signed him last season. Decent player, decent performances. But then, West Ham got relegated. And that changes everything. Because now Fernandez is available. He's desperate to stay in the Premier League. And according to The Eye, he's actively chosen United ahead of Arsenal and a host of other clubs who are chasing him. Let me say that again. He chose United over Arsenal. That's not desperation. That's a player who believes in the project. Now, whether United push through and sign him, that's the question. But the interest is real, the player is willing, and the price, given West Ham's situation, it should be very reasonable. Keep an eye on this one. Now, Let's talk midfield, because United's engine room was one of the biggest problems this season. Lack of quality, lack of drive, lack of creativity. Carrick knows it, and he's going after two names that could completely transform that area. The first, Ederson, Atalanta's midfield machine. The same Atalanta side that won the Europa League. Ederson was their heartbeat, box to box, physical, smart, relentless. And according to reports, United are close to signing him. Not linked, not monitoring, close. That's a serious upgrade. But that's not all, because alongside Ederson, United are also being linked with Sandro Tonali. Now, Tonali's story needs no introduction. Elite at his peak, served a ban, came back for Newcastle this season and looked sharp. The question isn't whether Tonali is good enough. He clearly is. The question is, can United afford both Ederson and Tonali? If they can, that midfield goes from a weakness to genuinely one of the most exciting in the league. But if they have to choose, Ederson first, every time. And then there's this one, because West Ham's relegation didn't just free up Matteas Fernandez, it also freed up their captain, Jarrod Bowen. West Ham going down is a disaster for them. But for United, it might just be the opportunity they've been waiting for. Multiple Premier League clubs are already sniffing around, and United, according to reports, are one of them. Now think about what Bowen gives you. He presses, he scores, he creates, he wins headers. He's 27 years old with his best years ahead of him. And after what happened with West Ham this season, he'll be motivated, hungry, ready to prove himself at the highest level again. The only question is how much Tony Bloom charges them this time. So let's step back, because this United window, right now, looks like one of two things. Either it's the window that finally signals a real rebuild, a statement of intent, Ederson in midfield, Fernandez adding depth, Bowen in attack, a team that Amorim can actually build something with. Or it becomes another United window, chaotic, reactive, half-finished, where they spend big on one player, miss out on three others, and go into the Champions League hoping for the best. We've seen both versions before. The difference this time? Carrick. He knows what he wants. He has a clear system. And the players he's targeting actually fit that system. That gives me cautious optimism. Very cautious. Look, United are at a genuine crossroads this summer. Rashford's situation is messy. Baleba might be off, but Ederson looks close. Fernandez is keen, and Bowen is available. If they get this right, next season could be special. If they don't, same old United. The window is open, the targets are there. Now it's on the club to actually do something about it. But what do you think? Is Ederson the signing United actually need this summer? And should they take the risk on Bowen? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to stay on top of every United transfer update, make sure you're subscribed, because this window, it's only just getting started. See you in the next one.